You're watching The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Yep.
Miss Niecy Nash.
Good morning.
Welcome.
A lot of pressure on you, Niecy Nash, because your nails always got to be done now because of claws. The first thing I looked at was her dope-ass nails.
They always got to be. And most what happens, people say, oh, do people always want to come to you and show you their nails? And I say, no, they want to see mine. And then they go, don't look at mine.
I don't want you to see mine either.
Yeah.
Do they always match your outfits?
No, this is just for today.
Okay.
Just, you know.
How often do you get your nails done?
Well, see, for the show, I probably go through maybe 4 nail changes in a day.
Nice.
But in my real life, well, I don't know. I haven't had a real life in a while. But that's what I do on the show.
Now, does it affect, and this is going to sound crazy, I got a wife, so doesn't it affect your nails where it makes your nails not as strong? And
No, you know, they do it right by us.
Okay,
we get, there's gel
The
under
gel, right?
here, yeah, to protect it. And then we do custom press-ons in my
I was
work.
going to say, you have to do press-ons because that's a lot quicker than having
because we did that the first season and it was torture.
Right.
Yeah.
I do SNS gel, the powder that you dip your nails in.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
What's more important, nails or eyebrows? Because I saw you put on Instagram the other day, you never thought that eyebrows would be this important.
Oh, my God. When you was a little girl, we didn't know eyebrows was this important. And now that you've grown, like, they're everything. What's most important? The part that's below your navel, honestly.
Woo.
Let's just skip the rest of it.
okay, all right.
But nobody can see that, though.
Well, when they do.
Now, you know, I was reading this book by Sharia, Boss Bride.
Oh, yeah.
And she talks about you in the book, and I love the story that she told about your career as an actor and how you got started when you were married. And you say, you know what, just give me this amount of time. Can you tell the story?
Yeah, when I was married to my first husband, he was very much like, if I'm going to work, everybody up in here going to work. Mm-hmm. And I had already had my 3rd child. And I said, let me make a little deal with you. If you give me 9 months, I've given my body over 3 times for other people. If I could have 9 months just for me, if I don't make it crack, I will go back to work and, you know.
And what were you doing before that?
What was I doing before?
You said back to work.
Well, I was playing on the phones at the airlines in reservations.
Playing on pretending to be making calls?
Just, you know.
Fake customer service.
Yeah, I worked at McDonald's for one day and got fired, but that was when I was younger. And then I used to work retail. Mm-hmm. And just, you know, little things like that. But I was like, I will, you know, but I was in college too. And I was like, I'll go back to work. But if you give me 9 months. And it took me about 7.5 to get 3 jobs.
What were the jobs?
Then, Reno 911.
Mm-hmm.
Great show.
Thank you. Clean house. Mm-hmm. And I was recurring on Bernie Mac as his sister.
Oh, okay.
See how dope that is? And it was kind of almost towards the end of that 9-month stretch, and you were like, gotta go.
Around 7.5, 8 months. I was like, ooh.
So was you into acting before that?
Say that? Yeah, what made you act?
Okay.
I mean, I always wanted to do it since I was a little girl. Mm-hmm. The first beautiful black woman I remember seeing on TV was Lola Falana. I was like, Grandmama, who is that? She said, baby, that's Lola Falana. And I was like, my eyes crossed. Mm-hmm. And I feel like in that moment, God stamped on the canvas of my imagination that I wanted to be black, fabulous, and on TV.
Mm.
Yeah, that story's important. There's a lot of women out there who have children and feel like they can't pursue their dreams.
Baby, let me tell you what I did. I was the only one. Now, you know, when all of my peers were working was when Tashina Arnold and Tisha Campbell, Essence Atkins had a show. All the girls were working. Mm-hmm. I was the only one showing up to the casting office with 3 babies. I put them in the corner and make it like a little preschool. Get your coloring book. Where's her bye-bye? Hey, stop it. You know, and I would wrangle them up in the corner because what was you going to do?
Right.
What made you just cool out and have babies for a minute? Was it the guy? Was he...
No, I was always trying. I mean, I still, you know, booked a lot of things. Well, not a lot, but I booked some things even when I was pregnant. But I don't know. I was married, and then, I don't know.
Was he rich? Like, what got you so comfortable?
I don't know. You know what? Pisces are passionate. And we love, guys. And when I'm in it, I be so swirly eyed.
Right.
I just be like, oh, you know, and Yeah,
I
I leaned
wonder-
in.
That's a
wonder if-
superwoman story for real, though. She's bringing her 3 kids to these
100%.
casting calls, and it's great that your husband actually was like, "Yes, go for your dream," for that period of time. Because some people might have been like,
and
Right.
being shady. So,
Yeah.
shout out to the ex and the next, because that's the one. Huh? You had to get that next
give
one
it
to
to
get
us
it right.
right. Yeah.
You think the ex might have got he was upset that you weren't working? Like that might have been very attractive to him in the beginning, but then when you started staying at home, he was like, eh.
No, I don't think so, because he always knew. Like, even when I found out I was pregnant with my son, I was like, all I've ever wanted to do is be an actress. So he already knew what my hustle was.
Right.
But I don't know. But it's interesting because you tell people your plans, and sometimes I think they don't think it's really gonna happen.
Right.
So they cool with you scheming and dreaming, but the minute
That really
everybody
happens.
eating, they like, whoa,
That's real.
Because then there's
That's real.
a shift in what happens when you're popping and things are really happening. I'm sure that's also kind of difficult.
Well, the one thing that I did do, though, because I feel like I needed those 9 months to get it popping. When I was able to bring 2 checks home at a time, I did circle back around and say, tell me what it is you want to do. You know what I mean? So that I can now provide provision
Support
for the
you.
vision. He
Right.
did it for me. Like, what you want to do? I don't care what it is. Let's do what is it? And he wanted to go to school to be in seminary. So I sent him over to London to study all of the good stuff. So
As your husband, you sent him over there?
Yeah.
Like, y'all married, you go over there, I'll take the kids and work?
She wanted him to pursue
Wow,
whatever
you're
it is
real.
that
I
he was
wanted him
passionate
to,
as well.
I mean, you know what I mean? But I thank God for my mother, because
Right.
she helped me so much, but yeah, but I mean, you got to trade off.
Right.
You got to,
Now,
So
let's
why'd
talk
y'all get divorced then?
huh?
Why'd y'all get divorced? It sounded like it was working out good.
Listen, it wasn't working out good. See, that's the other
She
part
said,
of the
Oh,
story.
that's why she sent him away. You go to London, give my free time.
She was like, I'll pay for you to go to London.
Listen, no, you know what? I got married when I was really young.
Right, clearly.
And the
Yeah.
same thing you want
Mm-hmm.
at 20, it don't shake out sometimes the same way once you 30 and
Right.
40. You know what I mean? You're like, I was a child. I'm grown now.
You
What's some
want
other
to
thing?
live a little bit.
Well, no, I didn't. I wanted to just be married again right away, just to a different guy.
Really?
I love being married. What? I can't put all this on the block, Charlamagne. Okay?
I mean, you can get top dollar for it out there.
Listen. Listen, if you don't call me vintage vagina, I'm going to be mad. Because
It's a
No,
Me Too
I
movement.
don't do
He's
that
not
no
talking
more.
about your vagina.
I don't reduce women to their body parts anymore.
well, I can appreciate that.
Yes.
I can appreciate
But as long
that.
as you know.
Oh,
There you go.
I see it right there. Okay.
Now, what's in the water in Compton? Because it seems like Compton produces so many stars.
Say it
and
again
great
for the
Yeah,
people
yeah,
in the
yeah.
back.
What is in the water of food? What's going on in Compton?
Listen, we hungry and we trying to get it. I mean, and let me just tell you, the same day I met my ex-husband, I met Anthony Anderson. Another one straight out of Compton. Venus and Serena, Ava DuVernay.
DuVernay.
I mean, there's so many, great people who have come from there, and I don't know what they got in that water, but I know we trying to get it.
I saw you celebrating your 7-year wedding anniversary with a Wakanda theme.
Yeah.
Word. How was that?
My party was dope. Well, all my parties are dope, though.
Yeah. Everybody loves you. Like, I see so many people just showing you love. Especially, I love the fact that other women love you so much.
I love them
I think
too.
that's important because you help so many people out and support them, and they support you in return.
Listen, I'm grateful for my community, and I always try to pay everything forward, and I think that's why things come back to you. I was talking the other day saying that I've never gotten a job and not gotten somebody else a job in that particular whatever that show is or that I'm working on. You know what I mean? I feel like if I'm eating, then that means I have the opportunity to help somebody else do it. So I just think that because I move like that, it just keeps coming back around. So many amazing people. You're going to get a measure of what you put out in the world. And I'm just want everybody to live their best life.
That's dope. Let's talk about Claws, because that is
Claws,
my show.
let's talk
and it's
about
coming back
Claws.
for season 2 on June 10th. It premieres. It comes back again. I was very excited to see this. Now, I know there was apprehension in the first season because they were making fun of Karuchi, but I love the fact that she got a shot to be on Claws, and I think she does a great job.
Did you get her that job?
Yes.
Okay.
I think she does.
You said you get somebody a job at every.
No, it's hard though because the position that she was in was difficult. People were very critical of her and acting like she didn't have her own life and things going on. So I think that was a real blessing for her as well to be able to showcase her talent.
Why'd you choose her?
It was one of the roles that was cast last, and they just were having problems finding that girl. And she came to mind, and I said, "What about this girl?" And she had to come in like maybe 4 times, but she ended up booking it.
Right.
And first season, when I say leaned in, was very available to learn what she didn't know. And all of us, rallied around her to help her and support her in that. But I love the fact that, just when somebody thought they knew you, just when they thought they knew what you was going to be about, something happens in your life and it takes you in a whole nother direction. So I'm happy for her that she's just not known now for one moment in time when she was young in her life, but she's maturated to a point where,
She plays that role good. She plays that role great.
I think so.
I think so too.
Were your actress friends mad at you? Like, why would you recommend her?
No, they were not, because I've recommended all of them the stuff too.
Right.
So
They're like, thank God for
we
Niecy.
all in it together.
And that's all you can do is recommend. It's not like you promising them anything.
No, you just refer them to the project, but you can get them a little further up the food chain instead of, starting at the bottom. You know what I mean? But I thought it's funny because you just asked me what did I see in her? And that character, Virginia, was defined by her past and needed to catch a break and really needed a community to belong to. And I felt like it was a similar space.
Sound like she was typecasted to me.
Well, you know what? Don't listen. Simmer down over here. No, but yes. No, but no. Stop it. Anyway, she's doing a good job. You knock it off.
That she is.
And I love your boss character on the show as well, and that you got a little grimy things going on the side as well. It's very multi-dimensional.
You know what I love the most about playing Desna is that I represent so many of my friends on TV on the south side of 40, not married, no kids, and is unapologetic about who she is, having sex for her own pleasure.
Right.
Scammer.
Lot of sex on Claude.
You said scammer.
Scammer.
She got that part going on too. But I'm just saying that to see that woman and not be, super thin and not, you know what I'm saying? It was very important to me that I play a character who wears her hair like in a blowout natural because that girl is on the block but not on TV.
Right.
So it's just a lot of things where I feel like women get to see themselves in her, and not the scammer part, but some might see that part.
Absolutely.
Very relatable to people in Brooklyn.
I watch the show and I'm like, I'm going to try to get my hair like that. I really look at the show and look at the hairstyles. I look at the clothes. I look at the nails. It's a lot of visually appealing things for me when I watch Claude.
It's shiny for sure.
Is there any illegal act on that you've done on Claude that you've done in real life?
That I've done on there that I've done every... No.
She sell pills to people?
No.
Scamming seems natural.
Statute of limitations is up, Niecy.
No.
No. Just to make a little ends meet.
Have you ever used the word cock in your real life?
You know what? No. It's not been in my... Why, did I use it on the show?
It was just a thing about they knew you wouldn't use the word cock, so that's
Yeah, no. Not in
they
my...
said black women don't use the word cock.
Yeah, no. I'm going to go with that's a fact. And, normally I don't speak for all of us, but I am on that.
So if you've never done any illegal acts in real life, how do you relate to the character on Claude?
The way I relate to her is because she's like a mother hen to these women.
Very loyal.
She cares for all those girls, and she wants everybody to win. In season 1, when she got that money, she could have just been like, boom. But she went and gave everybody some so everybody could eat, and that part about her I relate to
You'll
a
leave
lot.
a date to go and make sure that your girls are good when there's an emergency.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to let nobody be going through it and I don't show up. No. So, yeah, I mean, so a lot of those things I feel like, and, she likes being a girl. I mean, she enjoys it. And I'm like, I'm right in that same line.
And that's one of the major themes of Claws. It is about a sisterhood and women really looking out for each other and taking care of each other and helping each other out always.
Girl power. You know what I mean? So I love that. And I love the fact that our cast is so diverse. You know, we got a little bit of everything and everybody. And I also love the fact that whatever your sexual proclivities are, we don't shine a light on it to the degree that we make fun of it or we are trying to say something negative about it. It's just like, do your thing, man.
Right.
Do your thing, bruh.
Yeah, there's
And
some
so
very
I love that
explicit
we-
scenes on there. I was like, well, damn, guess she's getting it in the car.
Well, you know, those scenes are the hardest. I mean, and if you're doing it right, it look good. You know what I mean? If you know, but it's not, that ain't easy.
Now, is your husband Latino?
He's not.
Oh, okay.
He's from New York though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Seems like you got a thing for Latino men on the show. Like, that's your team.
Well, no.
So why would you assume her husband is Latino? Just because
Now, why did you say
God
team?
dang.
Maybe she's into that.
Did he
Maybe
say
that's what
that's
she
your
likes.
No,
They had a Wakanda-themed anniversary party, sir.
I
mean
have a white lover on the show and a Haitian lover on the show, but
Put it together, I guess for him, that's
a team.
That's a team.
team.
What caught you about Wakanda that you wanted that to be your anniversary theme?
Oh my goodness. First of all, I love the movie, Black Panther. And I was like, last year we did a My Adidas theme. And I was like, well, what we gonna do this year? And then I was like, Niecy, J, and Wakanda forever. I don't know, it just came to my mind. And I was like, yep.
Popped in.
And let me tell you what, who went hard in the paint was that dang on Blair Underwood. He came in there looking like the Princess Zamunda. I was like, that's what you giving right now, Blair? So yeah, but we had a good time.
Charlamagne says there's no light-skinned men in Wakanda. She said we're not allowed.
It's a neighboring city called Kinda for all the beige people. all the beige people over there.
Well, you know, at my party, listen, everybody there wasn't black, but they came and they represented. You know what I mean? My BFF, Chrissy Metz, was there from This Is Us, and she put her little get up on. I'm like, come on in, colonizer. I love you.
Did Black Panther make you want to get closer to like your African heritage?
What it makes you want to do is really find you some way to go do a real DNA thing to find out, like, where are my people from? Like, what is going on?
Oh, we got you.
The people
we got them out there
outside.
right now. African ancestry. We got you.
What?
No, seriously.
Yeah.
You can
Your
give her your
DNA
information.
testing
You
to
can
see
do the
what
DNA
tribe
test.
I
you're
hope
from.
I'm not adopted. I hope I'm not adopted.
'Cause
My parents are dark skinned and brown skinned. I hope I'm not adopted.
I think you are. Because I did 23andMe and I'm 97% West African, but African ancestry goes deeper and tells you what tribe and what country you're from.
What?
Yeah, man.
I'm getting my
100%.
whole
gonna get
life
yours.
up in here.
Yes.
Yo.
So what music did you listen to? Because I look on your Instagram, you had a picture of Yachty, 6ix9ine, and Uzi, and you said, "Damn, things have changed." And then you posted a picture of LL, Fresh Prince, and
I'm about
MC
to say,
Hammer.
man, how about you come out like Niecy? Come on now. I know you're not listening to them.
What music do I listen to now?
Yes.
Listen,
you don't like none of the dreads, none of that stuff. But that's
listen, I'm still rocking 90s R&B like it came out
too.
yesterday. Like it came out yesterday.
SWV, a little guy.
Mary
in
J.
the car,
Blige.
getting it.
I love Uptown
Jay.
Records. Come on now.
I mean,
Now, you're also a vegan?
well, let's discuss this
Yeah, let's
because you
discuss
know
it.
when you label yourself as a certain thing, people who are diehards will be looking at you in a microphone.
Nobody's
I mean,
a
a
diehard in
magnifying
here,
glass.
Yeah.
So, well, I was vegan from August of last year till February of this year.
That's a long
And when
time.
I went to New Orleans, I started eating a little bit of fish.
Okay.
A little bit of seafood. And so I've never gone back, but so I guess I don't know if I am a
Pescatarian?
pescatarian who likes mainly vegan food or a vegan who eat a little bit of fish. Whatever it is, that's where I'm living
Okay.
these days.
what
No,
made you
that's
go
fine.
vegan though?
I watched that dang on documentary.
What the hell?
And I watched it and I was like, oh my God, we can't eat anything.
That's a fact.
And my husband is so cool. He just was like, wait, what we doing?
Did you feel better after you
I do.
changed your diet?
I feel better. I feel a lot better. But I will never go back to meat though.
Right. Did he say you taste better too? Because they say once you cut all that stuff out, you taste good.
Oh, well, I have to ask him about that. Oh.
Now, I didn't know you had such a rough childhood.
Yeah.
You watched.
What's the funny thing about that is that people will look at you and never know what you may be going through or never know where you are at that point in time.
That's why I'm always intrigued by stories like yours, like when you can overcome that kind of adversity. Like you watched your mom get shot in the back.
Yeah, my mother was shot by her boyfriend, and like probably as close to me as I am to you, and he shot her with a sawed-off double-barrel shotgun,
Yikes.
and she was turning to run, and that's how she got shot in the back. And then thank God she's still with us. And then the day before my 23rd birthday, my brother was murdered. He went to high school and never came home. Somebody brought a gun to school. And so many different things. My parents had a tumultuous divorce and, prior to that. But I just seen so much and witnessed so much. And I'm so grateful that God built me to be resilient. And so even on your darkest day, like even when I was getting divorced, I signed in the paper and the first thing I said, the next time I do this, it's going to be different. I was already planning the next time because I didn't want to give up on love. I don't want to give up on life. And I said, I'm the kind of person, if you read my story on paper and then somebody said she wearing an orange jumpsuit for a couple years, you would be like, get it. Or she locked up in the crazy house. You'd be like, it makes sense on paper. So I'm just grateful that I still have a reasonable portion of my right mind, but that my heart is still open.
Yeah.
So that's why you have the organization Mavis? I think
We used to have Mavis. It was called Mothers Against Violence in Schools. We had it for many years, and then my mother just got too overwhelmed. She was just like, I can't. I need to step away from it for a little while because it's heartbreaking. You relive it over and over and over, and losing a parent is the natural order of things. But when you have to bury a child, it changes you forever,
So those school shootings hit you a different way.
My God, like sick, like at work, and had to go in the trailer and sit down somewhere. Yes.
So you're overly protective with your kids, I'm sure.
You know what? I have to pray a lot, and because I don't want my life experience to disrupt them growing and becoming, and so I say a prayer and push them out the door. You know what I mean? Because they gotta grow and learn and experience, and I feel like when you hold people back too much, that's when they buck. And I'm like, oh, that's what y'all doing? Oh, okay, and let them go for it. I can't put my thing on them.
Is there ever a time when it's too difficult to try and make other people laugh because you're busy dealing with your own shit?
I feel like comedy is a gift. And I didn't know that till after my mother got shot, because I wanted to be that snot bubble that's hanging out of Viola's nose. You know what I mean? I just wanted to be like so dramatic, and I just wanted drama. But I couldn't get a job being dramatic. And after my brother was killed, my mama got in the bed and said, I ain't never getting out. So I said, I don't know what to do, but I do know I can make my mama laugh.
Right.
But I wasn't rewarded for it because I got pinched in church. I got, what talks too much on your report card? What was you talking about? I was telling jokes. Well, go get the belt. I got a joke for you. So I didn't know being funny was a thing.
Right.
And when she got depressed, I started performing at the foot of her bed every day.
It was her therapy.
And I would do my act and my bit and whatever I was doing. She went from laying down in the bed to sitting up. I got my peanuts and my water. Go on and do your rendition of things. And then that turned into me coming over there one day and she wasn't in the bed. And I'm like, Mom, where you at? And she's, we're in here. And I was like, who is we? I went across the street and got the neighbors. I told them you was funny. Get that karaoke microphone and tell these people some jokes.
Wow.
And I was like, what? So I'm standing on the fireplace with the thing. Is this thing on? How's everybody doing in the living room? I'm like, what am I doing up here? This is so dumb right now. And I heard a voice as audible as my own say, Niecy, don't be a selfish heifer. It's other people in the world suffering. Go outside and spread this around.
Ooh.
I go outside. I say, I'm Niecy Nash and I'm funny. And the industry said, yes, little girl, you are. Come here. And I started working. But I never wanted to be funny. And I built a career being something that wasn't the plan. And though the vision tarries, you wait for it, because it took me all this time, 20 years later, to finally get a dramatic role in Getting On, which got me the 2 Emmy nominations, which got me to be in Ava DuVernay's Selma, which got me to be in Claws, which, so it happened so late.
Right.
It was just like funny. Oh, here's the promise. You know what I mean? So
What made you still have faith and still believe in God? Because you lost your brother, your mom got shot. Most people would have just got rid of it right then and there and said, I can't believe in God because God wouldn't affect me or do this to me?
Let me tell you, it used to be a dark cloud over me. Where I used to be one of those people where you would walk in and somebody would always say to me on a daily basis, "What's wrong with you?"
Uh-huh.
And I would be like, "Ain't nothing wrong with me. What's wrong with you?" You know. And
I can't even imagine it.
I had a dark cloud over me, and I just was like, I don't want it. I tasted it. I don't like it, and I need to lean in a different way. And the first time I joined church, I joined by myself. I was 12. I borrowed my cousin's suit, so it was rolled up. It was a skirt with a jacket. I rolled up the skirt. I caught a ride with my neighbor. I came back home. I was like, I go to Little Zion Baptist Church now. My mom was like, how you going to join church and you didn't wait for me to be there? And I was like, because you don't go there. I don't know, you know. And I just always I felt like, I used to sit up late at night, and when they would have those telethons on, when they would be like, if you just send in your money, and I would sneak on the phone and be like, I got $1, like, you know, and I don't know.
It's your spirit.
I just always
Believe.
leaned in and always believed. Yeah.
Did it affect you when it came to men? Like watching somebody assault your mother like that? A man assault your mother?
No, I still believe that there were good men out there. I still believe that in spite of this, something got to be better than this. And what is this? What is it? You know, there has to be more on the other side. So I just never gave up. I was like, this is foolishness. I'm not gonna paint every man with this brush.
That's right. That's important.
I'm gonna just find one who done had a glass of act right.
Or how have those personal struggles helped you be a better comedian though?
I feel like, you know, there are many days that I have to laugh to keep from crying. You know what I mean? Because you're not exempt from it. You know, people sometimes think you live a charmed life because you're on TV or because you have this X amount of money or X amount of followers. That don't make you exempt from nothing.
Right.
You know what I mean? You still go through the same and all of that. And I feel like, you know, I still circle back around and always laugh at my pain.
Yeah, sometimes you have to put up, like, you feel like you always have to have up a facade up. I was just, we were reading about Mariah Carey and what she's been struggling with her mental illness and how she was ashamed to even let people know, because people look like when you're going through things like it's a weakness sometimes. Or sometimes when you're successful, people look at it and say, well, what does she have to be upset about? Everything's going great for her. Like, what's wrong with you?
Right. And it's the biggest lie. It's the biggest lie. But I also think, like, socially, Black people are not socialized to recognize mental illness. You know, it's like you tripping, you always got an attitude, you up and down.
That nigga crazy.
Yeah, you must be, you a Gemini. You know, we got
That is a fact. Somebody just said that yesterday. Shout out to my girl Gigi. She is a Gemini.
I mean, you with all these things that we color it underneath and not say, I need help. We're not raised
there
that
are
way.
women who went through awful, like one of my friends is going through a really terrible traumatic divorce, and she's like, I had PTSD. She's like, I'm not even lying. Her husband was sleeping with somebody else, moved out, and then won't give her the divorce, and she's having all kinds of issues. And she's like, I'm not gonna lie, I have to go to therapy, and they said I had PTSD from my relationship.
If you've been through any traumatic experience, you got PTSD.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. And you know what I'm consumed with, and I really want to break this cycle, is that I am overly obsessed with murder shows. Overly obsessed. I mean, to the point where I watch all of them.
That's
and I
not
could
good.
watch it. I know it's not, but let me tell you why I do it. And I'm not even telling you my justification is right, but at least I recognize it. It's that the man who shot my mom, he also shot himself. And when it was time for his funeral, I asked them, could I go? And they said no. And then I thought I saw him maybe almost a year later. Same car. Like, it looked exactly like him. And terrified is not even the word to describe it. Like, I felt like I was hysterical on the inside. Like, I totally had this meltdown because I thought...
Panic attack.
Because I thought that they lied to me and told me he died when he really didn't.
Right.
So, in part of that, and then the guy who shot my brother, they let him out and he ended up murdering his wife.
Wow.
And so I'm waiting to the end of the story for justice. That's what I want. I want the story resolved. I want the boy, when they put the thing on, I want my mama. Yep. Okay, now I can cut the TV off. Oh, wait, there's another one coming on. I'm living for the gotcha. I want you to pay for what you've done, and so I watch for the justice.
But that's good, and the reason that's good is watching those shows make me extra protective of the kids because I see everything. I see the kidnapping happen.
Yeah.
I see the man jumping the gate. I see all the crime. So now it makes me real nervous. My anxiety is up like times 1,000.
You still
now
can't prevent it, though.
because I watch it so much. But now you overly try to protect. You know, it makes me crazy. So the fact that you're not crazy like that and not really that like that, that's great.
Why did you want to go to the guy's funeral? You wanted to make sure he was dead?
I wanted to closure.
Yeah, closure.
Got you.
Closure. Like he wreaked all of this havoc, and I just wanted to see for myself. I heard it, like but I need to see. Show me something.
How do you let the guy out that killed your brother? Like,
I mean, he served enough time.
that's crazy.
Was he a teenager?
He was young at the time.
Yeah, he was young.
Oh, okay.
15.
Wow.
Damn.
Well, Niecy got to go, so
Okay.
we got to ask our last questions.
Yeah, okay, Claws season 2.
Claws season 2.
What can any spoilers? I know.
What I
trailer.
can tell you is that I have a new mentor, season 2, and a new Russian woman, and she really has elevated my crime game.
Oh, perfect.
I can tell you that.
Good.
And I think season 1, I was trying to get out from underneath the Dixie Mafia. Season 2, I'm leaning all the way in.
Okay.
Like I'm about that life this season.
Were you the first person cast for Claws? They knew like that role.
I was first.
Okay, you were first. Rashida Jones, was she the person that? Well, how involved was she in that process?
You know what? On that side of it, I just know I got a phone call that said, "Will you come in and take a meeting?" And when I came in and took the meeting, everybody was like,
Love her.
And then I left and I got in the car before I could get out the studio lot. My manager called and was like, "So do you want it? They want you." And I was like, I just left. And he was like, "Yeah, but do you want to do it?"
That's a
I was
dream.
like, yeah.
Blessing.
Yeah.
Blessing.
And I was paranoid that first season because, if you're black and you're the lead of a show and it fails, it's going to be about 4 or 5 years before you can get another lead. So I really needed it to work. So I was able to relax a little bit because we got a season 2.
And it worked. Yes, it did.
Well, thank you.
It's working.
Thank
We'll
you.
be watching Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday
Season
is
2
my
premiere.
season premiere.
Yes.
Well, we appreciate you for joining us and stopping through.
Thank you for
And
having me.
sharing your story.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Word.
It's Niecy Nash. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.